Alrighty, how's everybody doing? So in today's video, I wanted to follow up with after the budget video on how to get whatever car you want in your driveway within reason and following the budget or a budget. So let's see here. So our driveway, I've got my wife's 2018 Ford Flex, basically fully loaded, but it's just the SEL version. I've got my 2016 Mustang GT, not premium package, but that's fine. Bought it just for the engine essentially, and I guess the color. Alright, so man, it is hot outside, but okay. So in general, buying a car, you got to keep a few things in mind. So you obviously want lower interest rate, so you have to have good credit for that. That's step one. Number two, you want to make sure that you can fit the car payment, whatever you're given, and we'll go more into that in a second, but whatever your car payment is fits into your spreadsheet or your budget. Otherwise won't be making money each month, and eventually you'll have to, you won't be able to pay your car payment, and you'll have to give up your car, all this crazy stuff. But yeah, so interest, lower the better. Monthly payment within your budget. And number three, terms that make sense. So nowadays they're offering like 7-year auto loans, which are okay if you plan on keeping a car for 7+ years. If you don't plan on keeping a car for that long, definitely 7 years not the right idea. So we'll talk about my cars in particular. So over here we will show the Mustang. 2016 Mustang was a killer deal for me personally. It's a 3% loan, 5 years. My payment's $440, which is pretty high actually. But I put $0 down, and the car itself, I bought it very lightly used at 1,300 miles. So it was brand new basically. It only had 1,300 miles. And it was like $27,000, and I put $0 down because 3% interest rate over the life of the loan. I'm paying, I don't know, $3,000 or $4,000 over 5 years. It was fine with me for saving money up front, not having to put any money down. So that was a good deal in my book. I had BMW before that, traded that in to get that car. It was worth what I owed, so it was a wash with that car. But very happy with the Mustang. Still has, to this day, the three-year, 36,000, base factory warranty. But yeah, so we'll move on to my wife's car. Now, hers was a 2018 Ford Flex. Boom. Now, we had a 2012 Ford Flex prior. Let me fix this here. 2012, but it was getting old. It was beat up. We bought it used. It was older. We bought it at like 40,000 miles, and it had like almost 80,000. So we wanted to get rid of it and get a newer Ford Flex because we have 3 beautiful children, and we like the carrying capacity and all that stuff. And it's not too big for my wife to drive. But with her car in particular, we went in to either get a certified pre-owned one that had 10 to 20,000 miles, because they're you don't have to worry about depreciation. Because it's already been taken off when whoever bought it new and then turned it in after that. What are you doing? So we went in to get a certified pre-owned or lease a new Ford Flex. But when we went in, the 2012 that we had they wanted to give us way less than what we owed on it. So we owed about 12 grand. They only wanted to give us like 6. So if we were going to lease a car, I would have to pay that 6 grand to essentially get out of the old loan, the old financing of 2012, which was not good. And then so our second option was a certified pre-owned. If you're somebody that likes a new car every 2-3 years, leasing is a good idea. If you don't plan on modifying a car, like doing intakes and exhausts and tunes and all that stuff, and you like getting a new car every 2 years, so that fits the bill for like my wife, and I'm sure many other ladies out there that don't do sports driving, you know, if she got a new Ford Flex every 2-3 years, she'd be a happy camper, and so leasing would make sense because your monthly payment would be lower. You're essentially renting the car, and most leases I think come with free maintenance, so you're basically paying a monthly payment to borrow that car for 2-3 years, and then you give it back to them and you lease a new one. So that would have been an ideal situation for you know, my wife, but we had that -$6,000 negative equity on the old one, so it was either buy a certified pre-owned or a brand new car. Now they only had like 3 certified pre-owned Ford Flexes that day at our dealership. I didn't feel like driving around, you know, trying to find the perfect one. You know, the 3 they had were good mileage, good, you know, fully loaded, just the wrong colors and stuff. So we ended up getting that blue one on the driveway, or up here. And it's fully loaded SEL. You know, if I was super rich, we would have gotten the limited. You know, I like the turbo EcoBoost version, but whatever. Most dealers don't even have those right now, or didn't at the time. But yeah, so her payment's higher than I wanted to be because we had to make up for that $6,000 negative equity, and you know, this is just stuff you have to go through to, you know, buy cars. So let's recap a little bit in general here. So interest rate, monthly payment, terms are the 3 most important things. No matter what, those 3 things aren't going to matter if you have terrible credit, because then you're going to get a 10 to 15% interest rate, which is not good. But I mean, some people, you have to do that. If you have 0 credit or bad credit and you need a car and you don't have enough money to buy one cash, you know, you're going to be stuck paying some crazy interest rate. There's a person I work with, he's a young dude, like 20, 21, and he bought a Dodge Charger V6, and his interest from CarMax used, and his interest rate's like 22% because he had bad credit, but he wanted the car and he had, you know, a couple grand to put down payment, and he said, whatever, I'm going to take this, and his payment's like $500 a month. Yeah, but a quarter of that's interest, you know, it's, or even more than that on the monthly payments. So, to get whatever cars you want on your driveway, you need to make sure it fits your budget. You need to try to get the best terms possible, lowest interest rate, and depending on your situation, how many year term that you'd like. Like my wife's car, it was a 7-year loan, but we got a 7-year warranty that we paid for with it, and I would hope that we'll keep it that long in my world, but odds are we might not keep it that long due to her wanting something else. But happy wife, happy life. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing more videos. I'm gonna try to, and that'll be it for today. Stay warm. I mean, stay cold. It's super warm. Can't even think right. Stay cool. I know it's warm everywhere. Thumbs up if you like the video. Comment down below if you think I'm stupid, or if you like something or have a question, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good one.